So I saw this one. It wasn't necessarily listed as a cursed seed necessarily, but I saw it posted to Dusk's Discord, and it doesn't look like anyone's actually gotten to it yet. So we could try it. And I did actually list this as, in my eyes, one of the worst combos in the game, and I still hold to it. I think there's plenty of ways to basically entirely miss on scaling. You're basically down to Razor Sharp Edge, Hollow, or Sirens, or Incant units, really. And that's really it. The restores, I think, really limit what you can do. So we'll see what this has in store. They did say that the seed, what'd they say? They said, they already, I actually don't even want to, I started reading the comment that already starts saying, like, there's, like, sirens and stuff, which is already, like, too much information. I don't want that much information. Now, thankfully, we don't know where they are, so we'll just try to forget that that information is there. Annoying bosses, to be certain. I guess the starters are okay for what they are. So there's more hits at the Stygian. So let's just think of the range of things. It's either Sirens or Titan Sentries that you're going to want to see. The fact that they're paired with a Steel is really good. The Oaken Banners are not good on their own. They are going to need me to hit on a Razor Sharp Edge, or alternatively in conjunction with a Awoken Hollow. Even then they start squishy a lot of the time, and so on and so forth. Pairing them with the magics doesn't seem great. So like Conduit could almost work, but I don't think that I just really don't like going Conduit at the start. I think it's so bad. It's easily the worst thing. I mean, it's a 10-5. Or it's a 10-5. It doesn't really matter that it's 1 pip. It's a 10-5 single striking unit. It makes ring 1 so hard, and even ring 2 sometimes. I think Ice Tornado is the best enabler for it, ring 1. But I'm really at the whim of like not bottom decking Mollusk Mage if I'm gonna go Conduit. If I get Mollusk Mage, I'll be fine. I still will take damage though. I think I just take the chill one. Could go Lost or Capricious. I really don't know about Capricious. I think the Sirens really can't afford to waste slots if there are Sirens, and same with Titan Sentry. So like, anything that I plan on hitting is significantly at risk of being borked by Capricious. We just take the luggage. It's risky. One of them will be sharded up, so even a Glimmer doesn't take care of the one. I think it's fine, though. The Lances will be good against everything else. Alright, he's in the very back. That doesn't matter. these up for when I get like a glimmer or something. Such luck. But we get through it without taking damage, which is nice. I will take it. Stygian commons are just so mid, you know? I mean, there's never really a Stygian common that I'm really that excited to see, unless it's Crypt Builder and I already have like an Archery token, which never happens anymore. They're all just so mid. Like, both of these cards are completely useless late game. Even this one isn't that good late game. Probably Titan's Grat is the best here. But then again, I'm not hitting Merchant Magics, most likely. That one's horrible. That one's bad. This one's bad. I mean, I probably won't hit a single Merchant of Magic on this run. Maybe we can do... maybe... Crystallis? Just to help with, like, the current portion of the game. The Titan's Grat could still hit, like, plus 30, maybe? And the temples. I shouldn't think... Okay, Razor Sharp Edge. We take that. Very tempted to go Awoken Hollow over the Siren of the Sea. I mean, these are definitely good units to see. No, I think we stick with the Siren of the Sea. Because if I take the Awoken Hollow, we'd want to go to the Magics, but I don't know. I'd have to give up these steals. Yeah, do this. Like trying to debate, like, I got 2 chances at multi. The problem with the Siren is it really needs multi. But also the problem with the Awoken Hollow is it really needs to hit one of the good Awoken backliners. I think it's like 2 50-50s either way. But we can also, okay, well, we already hit the multi and Incan armor, so that's pretty good. Spell Chain. chased. I was gonna say we could just settle for Siren into Siren. I'd rather go left here. Try for like an Animus of Will. Or an Animus of Speed. Yeah. And I can go to the Hellvent here, hopefully. With whatever we get. I can always go Mollusk Mage into Siren of the Sea if I completely brick. That's probably better than the Nameless Siren, honestly. Keep the money. I don't think we need to spell chain anything. Mark of Invasion's pretty annoying here. I don't think it's worth 75 gold. So I won't be able to get a hit in here. We do need to kind of... We're going to be taking some damage. Never mind. If you take the Flash Freeze, I doubt the Crypt Builder's that good unless I specifically get Conduit. I don't think I'm going to plan around Tethys, honestly. Even if I get Conduit, I have to figure out some way to make her survive on the floor. I'd rather just go with 2 Sirens and call it good. Flash Freeze is fine. Could do a Vine Grasp. We're an incant deck now. It's most likely going to end up a Mollusk Mage then. We'll see. Could have maybe gone with the Awoken Hollow. If I didn't already have multi, I'd probably go Sweeper. But since I already have multi, I'm just going to run 2 of these. Maybe even 3. I don't know. Don't really have any good ×5 if that's coming up. I guess I could preemptively just make like a Razor Sharp 0. That would probably be the best target. And it is ×5, and I'll be honest, I kind of caught from the comments that they had said it, but I think I would make this play anyway. I just wouldn't do a ×5 here, I don't think. But I might do a ×1 on the Razor Sharp Edge. I think having 5 of them would be a bit much. I think 1 is fine. What the fuck is going on upstairs? Not a very good merchant. Although I suppose it was really just holdover that I wanted anyhow. Don't want to take any unnecessary shards into Talos, because I still don't feel super powerful at the moment. We can just... Most likely these are getting glimmered. Let's just do this. This thing's gonna die anyway. I will heal it back. Pretty likely to get glimmer. If I do this, I actually don't die. Probably should just do that then. Yeah, not all of them are dying. Siren Song if I want to go Tethys. Still need to find like intrinsic on it. And even then I'd need to like double stack it or hold it over. And these magics aren't good. We just plan on not using Tethys. Okay, we did hit Animus of Will. I think that beats out Mollusk Mage. I have an extra pip left over. I could just self-infuse Mollusk Mage and put some health on it. That'll be fine. Because I'm not hitting Merchant of Magics, I may go Ember for the final upgrade, if it makes sense to do so. Do end up hitting an intrinsic. Suppose I wouldn't mind a spell chain there. Might be overcompensating for the scaling at this point, but whatever. Need to not neglect removal. Yeah, I think we just Helvent the unit, right? So there's no conduit. totem would make sense into like Scourgefell. If I'm pretty committed to not using Tethys. I think it could make sense. It is the hardest troop, and I'm relatively high on shards. How did none of them get sharded up? That's kind of weird. I think I still go top. That's definitely annoying. Well, I'm glad I didn't take multi-strike trial. Some time to scale up. Alright, that'll do. I think we would have lost that trial. Kind of thought like we could take it, but that made it pretty clear. Take a Guardian Stone. I mean, I do have that extra pip. I probably won't go 3 of these. I think I'm better off with the 2 are fine, but it'd be nice to have some extra defense. Okay, probably hit this Hellvent. Definitely need to Hellvent something on the removal side of things. Probably the Ice Empire gets Hellvented. I don't know. Maybe just this then, Urchin's Mines. Skip probably. Pierce is pretty good. That makes me feel a lot better about Hellventing with that. It sells banners, but I doubt it's actually that amazing here. But it'll be alright. It has some synergy with the lost luggage. We're already at 80 shards. I can get 15 there, and I can just Hellvent the thing again. I don't need to -2 if it's not super impactful, which it's not. another random artifact trial that is pretty iffy. Given that it's stealth boss, no way. We will save the extra units though. I feel like I should use these sparingly. Maybe I should have used that there, huh? Oh well. Really? I can't draw any doubles on units here. If you say so. I don't know. It's a lot of stacks of stealth. Looks like we're alright. Drain. Drain would definitely be useful. Prevent Ember Drain, a lot of other stuff. Preserve Thorns, since we're full on incant deck, wins here. Technically don't really have much at the steel, but maybe an armor incant and 25 health on a mollusk mage would be okay. Alright, armor incant. Don't know if I'd like go so far to self-infuse them though. 1 second, there's like some crazy shit going on outside. Alright, I'm back. You probably can't hear it because my mic doesn't pick up too much sound. But there's just like so much weird shit going on from these idiot fucking morons that live above me. And it's kind of getting to a breaking point, but I'll be chill for now. I just gotta deal with it. Kind of was hoping for 25. I guess I could do this. If I do end up self-infusing, I do get like 5 health, I think. Could also just actually put a steward into it for 15. I think this could actually provide quite a lot of survivability. If we do that, I might not take the Horde. I don't know, could be a Firestone housing, which would be nice. Let's take a look here. It would be weird to take Melting Remnant Pact here. My thought is, like, I'm already doing triple strikes on these sirens. And I have some good steroids between the Preserved Thorns and the Razor Sharp Edges. could put the Endless on the Mollusk Mage. Or probably I'd put it on a Siren, I don't know. And if it ends up dying, I just bring it back. I think it's okay, because I don't need Trample or like One Horn Tome, I don't think. I don't know, should I take this? Yeah, it wasn't really worth it. I think a Telescales is alright though. Could do Coals into a Scourgefell. I mean, Scourgefell is pretty awful. I could set up bottom. I could set up mid. I think I would want to set up bottom, maybe. Against Scourgefell. Either way, maybe Concussive Coals is still best there. I don't know. It's probably Telescales. So we save. I think we do Steward into Mollusk Mage. I'm probably going above. Well, yeah. Simply by doing that infusion, I'm going well above 100 shards. But if I don't do the infusion, I start with 5 health. That's not great, but I don't start with the unit a lot of the time. And if I have Drain or, yeah, like Drain in play. Well, I know I'm not putting the other Mollusk Mage in, so I can get rid of that. But remains to be seen on the Steward. Alright, we start with our stuff here. It's a pretty alright turn. We might need an Ember upgrade. Just in case I have to finish off top. Do that. least we knew we could maybe finish off Topless Spell Weakness if we had to. Do I want another Ice Empire or Siren Song? Pretty sure I want the Ice Empire. And at this point, I think I'm going to hit this magic just because it's the only time I can get some cost reductions in. There's really not much point to go to steel, I don't think. Do I still take Ember anyway? Because I really am having trouble playing my stuff out. I think so, because I'm likely, if I see a double stack, to put it on Drain. Which means I'm not actually reducing the cost of anything, and I might even consume remove the Preserved Thorns, especially if I'm going to Ember upgrade. So those would be things I definitely want Ember upgrade. Instead we get them. I think Permafrost is worse than Large Stone, I'm telling you. It's so freaking bad. It's so freaking bad. Could go 10 here or there. With the Mollusk Mage, this already goes to 190, but since I am probably Hellventing that, we're going to want to spam this on Divinity. It's rare that I do this, but I think it's okay here. We're going to have a lot of stings in this deck, but that's how it's going to go, I guess. I think we go right to 100. I should have hit this. Okay, change of plans. I think we're going to make 3 of these then. Do I still want the Mollusk Mage? I think so. Kind of built around having it. Do I want to spell chain anything? I mean, we're going way into Shardville here. I honestly think it wouldn't be horrible on the drain. Man, I really don't want to go that high on shards. I just don't feel like it's a deck that can do that. I think we should, though, actually do that. Okay, no more shards. I'll just take the 15 on the Hellvent. We'll go right to 150. That'll be okay. Okay. Can take one of them out first. Because Glimmer's not being permanent definitely hurts. Oh wow, that kills. That'll do. We should get rid of the Titan's Grat because of specifically turns like that. I think I'll still take another drain, which is kind of opposite of what I just said with Titan's Grat logic, but I think I'm just happy to see it more often. The deck is not necessarily thin, and it's not going to be thin. Graft is almost takeable here. I think if I weren't planning on Hell Venting, I would like it more. It's just a worse sting, though. Casing. So it's plus 30 and what? Purge. I don't think so. Yeah, not the greatest artifact run. This would have been a really good Pyrestone housing run. So I do feel inclined to go with this, but I honestly don't know if it's the best thing here. Kind of feel like the Ice and Pyre is. Or even the Drain. I mean, going into Chased. But I think it'll just be this. Am I right at 150? I could probably stand to do this. I think that's okay. Don't need to force a 200 shard run or anything like that, though. Alright, you're out of here. I think all of these lances need to go to pretty good gold there. Okay, we're Lanceless. Lanceless Armstrong here. So, we just don't use Tethys, right? I can keep it alive. Probably should. Or Tethys. I even went with relatively the most health that she's supposed to have, but yeah, she can't even survive the most meek of hits. Should probably play that drain. Talisk on him. Poor Talisk has. Just can't do anything. Definitely has the right to take the Ember upgrade. Take that out. Alright. I have to imagine if we're beating that, we're beating Divinity. Pretty much the same setup. Except my saps probably will go to Divinity more often than some Sweeper. Definitely need to get some incants up here. Alright, Drain is apparently needed pronto, fuck. The Endless Tome will be pretty good here. Turn to bottom deck those. And killing this first is good. So we should keep the damage there. We really need to get some damage up front, I feel. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, actually, to get right to clearing them, I'd be lying if I said I made these exact calculations. Oops. That was a big mistake. I should have put it on the Pyroblings. I noticed it was Pyroblings as I released the click. Luckily, I don't think it'll matter, hopefully too much. Because we're kind of over the hump. I mean, if you've gotten to this point in the fight, you've usually run. Unless you had some weird, like, super non-scaling deck. Yeah. I mean... It seems pretty blessed, but it didn't feel pretty blessed, right? You know, so I'm not going to say that it was blessed. I won't say it's cursed. I mean, we found an early multi with an early Siren. We had very clear direction from the get-go. So, like, it wasn't what I would say is cursed, but it still was like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what more I'd be looking for, to be honest. I mean, I have these Ice and Pyres, which are really strong. They even have some piercing. And yet, you know, I have Razor Sharp Edge as well. Yet, it just doesn't feel that powerful still, which to me, I mean, I really couldn't ask for much more in this run. Yet here I am kind of feeling like it wasn't that strong. That kind of feels to me like the combo isn't that good. Because if I hit on as many things as I hit on here in a combo that I do consider good, like consider like melting primary with like primitive mold secondary, or like little fade plus like anything, spine chief plus anything, hellhorned anything, wormkin anything. If I hit on the respective classes things as much as I hit here, I can basically play the run with one hand tied behind my back. Whereas I feel like there were a few moments on this run where things like an inch away from getting pretty hairy. So let's see what Pappy Smurf did here. Okay, they have more or less the same Tethys we have. They did go with the early Capricious, which I think is fine. I think the expected value is going to be good, but like I said, oh. Okay, well I can already tell you what's going wrong here. What the hell? We did the ×5 on the Nameless Siren. Yeah. Okay, well, this isn't actually what I expected to see, really. I was more just expecting, like, kind of what I had, the Sirens. I mean, he has the Sirens, but they're kind of the opposite direction than I think I would go, considering Chased. But obviously it gets through Chased. It's just, like, super offensively skewed. But he has, like, 6 Sirens, double pip upgrades, so no draw, no Ember. Also kind of has, like, other weird things, like 3 Guard of the Unnames. So the Preserve is on holdover. I will say this, though. We don't know what the Capricious would have got him. Like, it's possible Siren had, like, large stone and clear. The Capricious gave him multi to the Nameless, so I don't blame him for doing this, depending on what Capricious did. But I do blame him for taking 5 of these, and then also, like, having Guard of the Unnamed and stuff. And yeah, Capricious kind of drives a lot of this. But yeah, I would imagine, I mean, all things considered, you have way too many units. You definitely can't get all of these in, even with a double pip upgrade. And even if you can, you're not really making use of the incant, right? Because you want to incant one single floor, not 2 or 3 separate floors. So I think there's a lot of waste here with the extra sirens. And it dies to the waves on Divinity. Also, just like questionable ads, I don't think I would take the Sharpen even with the cost reduction. Whereas, like, there's no Razor Sharp Edge taken. So, like, a Sharpen was taken over Razor Sharp Edge. Just like little things here and there add up, right? Pyre Shard's just not that impactful of a card. I don't mind that Grat. That's a big Grat. Would have definitely preferred some damage added to this Pyre. Ice and Pyres, though. So this had Holdover and Pierce. That'll do some work, but in Divinity, not much. Yeah, way too many units, I think. And kind of a lack of removal, too. That was a fun seed, though. It's been a while since I got to do such a sort of, full incant type run. But I will say, back to my original point, I mean, I had basically every upgrade I could hope, and so on and so forth, and it still didn't feel like super strong, but that is okay. That is just my opinion. I still stick to it that I don't think it's a great combo. I think if you thought that was tough, which really probably it wasn't, but imagine no sirens, imagine no razor sharp edge, imagine maybe even miss on the Awoken Hollow, or you hit Awoken Hollow and don't hit like a backliner. Now you've got misery squared on top of probably having to skip any Divine Horde early unless you high roll a Stygian spell, because Tethys early is abysmal with restores. It's the worst ring one that Tethys has, by the way, is Tethys restores. That's why another big reason why I don't like it. But anyway, that'll do it. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.